Well, got on him pretty early with 10 runs in the first 3 innings. How important was it to kind of get the jump on, get a big lead early there?
I think it's always good to set the tone, and that's what's been the biggest part of our success lately. We do a lot of things better, but the biggest part of our success these last, games, pitchers have really set the tone. He said it. Fred said it early on Friday against a really good Wright State team. Keith Andrews did it on Saturday, and Marone really did it on Sunday, and then I thought Coop came out and set the tone today.
Got a good pitch performance on the back end too, with D-Rock making his 2020 season debut. How cool is it to see him out there?
More than you have any idea. He knows he's not back to who he was, but seeing him out there, and that was big for everybody. Everybody loves D-Rock. He's one of the guys that helped get us to Omaha last year, and yeah, that was special.
How did you see him handle the first month of the season not being able to pitch?
It's tough. I tell you, things in this game's tough, and it gives you a lot of as much joy as any game that I know can give you, and it also gives you some heartbreak. It's just the joy outweighs the heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? And I've had both, and the joy outweighs the heartbreak, and that's what keeps you going. But it was tough for him, and he's handling it like a professional that he is. That's why he helped get us to Omaha last year, and that's why he went out there tonight. So he's such a pro and well loved by his teammates, so that was good for everybody to see.
Was it important to get him out there before league play starts?
Absolutely.
Or did it just,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was no coincidence right there.
Jaros had Hebner. They had pretty solid days today. How much confidence does it give you for your offense to be able to, like the back of the order, getting hits?
Oh, if the back of the order produce, that's what wins championships and World Series and all those kind of things. And I remember all the days. I followed the Yankees forever, and I remember the World Series when Bucky Dent had great games, and I think of Brian Doyle and helped the Yankees win some championships, and those are things. And because hitting is contagious, and 2, it's hard. So, but those guys can hit at the bottom of the order too. They can do more things sometimes, and don't have to do things that guys at the top of the order try to do. So sometimes it can be easier for that bottom of the order if they'll take good at bats, and that's what Hebner's doing right now. That's what Jarvis is learning how to do, and Ty Head's been phenomenal as a rookie out there.
And you've talked about hitting. What's been different these last 9 games compared to those 5 or 6 before?
Our bats are getting better. Their at bats are hard. Like in the old days, professional teams would see a guy they thought was a prospect that could play in the big leagues, and they say, I have to get him 2,000 at bats to get him ready. And when you talk about college players, so then they started letting college players go to college, and they'd get maybe 1,000 at bats in college in summer, and then they're half the way to their 2,000 at bats right there, because the level of baseball played in college baseball is so good today, and so some of these guys just need to get a lot of at bats right now.
Hi, Gigi's Playhouse at the ballpark today. How special was it to have them here with the first pitch? And
who's that?
Gigi's Playhouse.
Oh, it was unbelievable. And I think, was it Luke? Who threw out the first pitch? What was his name? Was it Luke? Brandon can probably get it for you. Yep. But I think it was Luke. But he threw out a perfect strike on the first pitch, and his smile on his face said everything that I talked about. The joy this game gives you, whether it's throwing out a first pitch strike or whatever it is. That was a big night for, I think it was Luke. Find out, make sure I got the right name. But I was Gigi's Playhouse, big Dave Dorn, that he does a lot in football. They've made, Gigi's Playhouse a household name with NC State, and it was great having them out here.
How much you've studied the other ACC teams? You're about to start that play. Have you really had any time to look at them, or are you just so immersed in?
No earthly idea.
Right. So this is what the next couple of days will be about.
Yeah, I had no earthly idea.
Yeah.
You just get ready for the next opponent, and you try to get your team better. But focus too much on other teams, and you're not taking care of yours. And we're getting ready to jump into league play, and that's a whole different thing.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No.
The kids upstairs, they were talking about how during the hard times this season that everything was calm, nothing was really off kilter, and that the message was such that they felt like it helped them, sort of get back on track. What did you see from the group during the hard times and
That's
the
what I've always been calm. Man, that's just my nature. So but calm and steady. What was that old saying? The British saying, was that Winston Churchill?
Keep calm and carry on.
Keep calm and carry on. And you got to be a little more calm when you got a lot of young guys. A lot of guys out here for the first time in ACC play, because there's not many people, if you look on that diamond, that were on that diamond last year. But they've done a great job. And what they've done is stuck together. The most incredible thing I've seen is they've stuck together, and they seem to have a good deal of respect for one another and how everybody goes about their business. And you get respect, and the next thing that follows respect is trust. When you get trust and guys playing together for each other, and you get them playing for each other, then all things are possible.
Where's the growth potential over the next few weeks? Where could you get better? Where would you like to see?
I don't try to put the cart before the horse. Just try to get better every day, and just try to get these guys to keep working on what they're working on. Baseball's a tough game, and just get them to keep staying steady and making progress and taking small steps and not get ahead of ourselves, and that's what we're going to do.
With Derek, when did you kind of know that he wasn't going to be able to kind of start the year? The bullpen and kind of the work back?
Just kind of, coming back from Christmas is a tough thing. It's always bothered me how they, you finish fall ball in October, okay? So they don't pick up a baseball virtually or swing a bat, in the cage, but live pitching and where the game's played. You know what I'm saying? You don't do anything that is essential to be good at this game. And then they go home for Christmas. We all know what Christmas does. There's aunts and uncles, there's sleigh rides, there's sledding, Christmas goes by in the blink of an eye. And these guys do the best they can to prepare, but then they come back January 6th and they're trying to new semester of school. You know how that goes when you got 5 new classes and 2 of them sound like Greek to you, and you're trying to get established there, and you're seeing all your old friends, and next thing you know, you got a game in about a month. So it's just not enough time to prepare. So when he came back from Christmas, he just kind of wasn't the same guy. So anyway, we're trying to get him there, and he's trying to get himself there, and tonight was a good sign.
So thank you.